I'm going to give you a couple of names of teammates.
Okay.
Just tell me what comes to mind. Give me a sentence or so when I say their name. Let's start with Todd Gurley.
Freak. Just freak athlete. Just unbelievable with the ball in his hands, obviously, and then everything he does in protection and everything he does off the field, and just the type of teammate he is, the type of guy he is, and he's a guy that I'm very, very thankful to be alongside for hopefully a long time.
Let's talk about Todd and third downs, because a lot of backs in the league, first, second down, then another guy comes in. But your best offensive weapon in some cases stays out there for third down.
Yeah, and I think it's a testament how good he is in protection and how smart he is, but also how good he is out of the backfield catching the ball. And anytime we can get the ball in his hands in any way, first, second, or third down, it's something that we like to do. And, it's kind of, you always want to hit the down the field pass, you always want to hit the intermediate pass, but when I get down to my third or fourth read and it's him kind of wide open by himself in the flat, you get a little bit excited and, it can turn into something big.
All right, Andrew Whitworth.
You want me to give you one word?
No, you can give me a sentence or two.
Andrew Whitworth, he's the veteran leader of our team and the veteran presence that, we've needed and that we've been given through him for the last 2 years. And he's incredible teammate, incredible person, incredible player. I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me in the last 2 years, not only on the field but off the field, teaching me different things and just always communicating and just being a great mentor for myself.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Whitworth?
With football, I think specifically pocket depth and where I am in the pocket and how it can affect him and how it can help him and how it can help me and when I'm on the same page with him, how much it'll help us all in the pass game and keep me upright and get the ball into my hands.
How about not football?
He's taught me just how to be a good person and how to treat people and how to be a good leader. That's been so important. I'll ask him, how do you handle this situation? How do you handle that as the quarterback? He's been around for so long and I'm still learning some stuff in the NFL. So, for the last 2 years, I've bounced some ideas off him and he's always had really good feedback and has been open to anything I've asked him.
Sean McVay.
Man, he's been incredible. He's incredible and, I owe a lot of credit to him and everything I've been able to do in the last 2 years and just the way he coaches, the way he teaches. Obviously, all the stuff he's done for myself and the offense has been, you can look at the numbers and see all that. But I think just the way his leadership style is and the way he communicates and the way he, is able to connect with everybody on the team, no matter who they are in different ways, and just how multifaceted and how, skilled he is as a coach is really special.
He's got an aggressive approach to it, and that seems to be the trend around the league. What is it like to play for a play caller who's thinking we're going to be aggressive most all the time?
You can never ask for anything more as a quarterback. You love it. I think, there's situations where, you don't think he'll do it, and he does, and you're like, all right, I love it. And, it gets me excited. It gets our whole team excited. We feed off his energy in practice and the games, and, I hear him play in and play out in my ear, so I can kind of hear when, his energy is, in the right place and when he, really feels good about things. And he's always sending the play in with such confidence that, it gives me confidence, and then I try to, put that to the rest of the team.
Take us inside your helmet. When he's making a play call and you're hearing him, is it frantic? Is it enthusiastic? How would you describe it?
It's confident. I think the best way to say it is confident. It always comes in with, an aura of this is going to work. And no matter what it is, no matter what situation we're in, whether we're in 1st and 10, second and short, or we're in 3rd and 15, you always, he sends the plan with like, all right, here we go. This is what we're going to do. And you I gain confidence. And like I said, I try to let his confidence come through me into the huddle and into all the players.
So Whit sat here before, and he told us that one of the things about Sean that's pretty cool is he's been able to get everyone in the locker room to have a vulnerability and share in that. How would you describe that?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think when he is the leader of the team, the leader of the organization, and he can stand in front of everybody and admit his mistakes and say when he's wrong, even when he's really not, but, admit some faults and admit some mistakes, it just trickles down and it trickles through all the coaches, and then it trickles through the leaders on the team, and that trickles into the rest of the team, and it becomes a whole system of accountability where, no one's afraid to, admit wrongdoings, and it's not, you're not trying to hide anything. It's all, like you said, it's vulnerable, and you're not afraid to be wrong. you're playing with no fear and understanding that, if Sean can admit when he's wrong and Sean makes mistakes every once in a while, it's okay if I can do that every once in a while as well. And it makes it, easy on all of us.
Another name for you, Aaron Donald.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What he's done this year has been truly remarkable. And I say it over and over again. I'm lucky I'm on his side and I don't have to run away from him. But it's been incredible to see. For him to do what he's been doing from the interior is incredible. Right now he's at 16.5 sacks, and it's again, you can't talk about it enough, and I can't explain to you enough how remarkable it is. But it is, and you truly sit back and appreciate it as much as you can.
Let's talk playoffs, because you got some experience last year. What value does that have, knowing that you're going to go through it again this year?
Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps. I think just anytime you're able to play in a big game, it helps. Whether it's the playoffs last year against Atlanta at home, or this year in New Orleans, or this coming game in Chicago. These big games late in the year. Anytime you're able to get that experience, getting those atmospheres. The one we had Kansas City at home. Just games like that where you're getting that experience in big moments and big plays, and it all helps.
This team and organization seemed to connect with the community after the community went through a difficult time with the shooting and the fires here in Southern California. As players, what did you feel about that connection for a team that hasn't been around here very long?
Yeah, it was really, really incredible to feel like, when something like that happens so close to home, and referencing the shooting, you feel, like you have to try to make a difference and do something that you can, being, the people we are in this community, and doing everything we can. And then the fires hit the next day and rocked some of our lives, and we had to, do some things to adjust to that. And I think just being on the platform that we have and being able to speak in a way that, can make some things happen, it's definitely gave us a lot of responsibility and gave us an opportunity to do some great things in the community that I feel like we've done so far.
You played Mitchell Trubisky on Sunday night, opposite number. Tell us how you guys have gotten to know each other.
Well, I know Mitchell through our agents. We have the same agency, and I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years. I met him when he was going through the draft process a year after me, and just got to know him, became friends with him. Good dude. We have a lot of similar interests, and spent some time with him this offseason as well.
What'd you learn about him this year as you guys did a little bit of training in the same place at the same time?
I don't know. We're friends. I mean, I don't know what I learned about him. We're friends. And
what kind of guy is he?
He's a great dude. He's a lot of fun. Like I said, we're similar interests. We get along, and we stayed in the same place for about a month and trained, simultaneously. I don't think we were ever really training together, but on the same days we'd be out there. And he's a great dude, and I wish him all the best.
Hey, folks in the outside world would probably see that as a little odd, because here are two guys who are going for the same thing, one of a small number of people who do this job, yet you're living in the same place and staying in the same place while you're getting ready to compete against each other somewhere down the line. Is it odd from a quarterback to think about it in the real world perspective?
No, I mean, we're both so young that I don't think it was weird at all, and we're both trying to be the best version of ourselves we can be, and we weren't, sitting down trading schemes or anything. We're sitting down playing video games at night, and then training and during the day, and just really didn't talk much football at all, to be honest. Just kind of hung out and were able to spend some time together.
There's probably something pretty cool to that you can have somebody who's going through the same part of life that you are, and it's not just a professional connection. It can be a little bit personal too.
No doubt. Yeah, it was very cool, and we still obviously stay in contact, and I'm sure I'll see him this offseason. I'll see him Sunday night, and then see him again this offseason.
You play the Eagles here in a week, and that game was such a big game last year. What are your memories of that game?
That was one of my all-time favorite games in a loss. I think just everything surrounding it, and the atmosphere in the Coliseum. I think you could really feel it, and they travel well. Obviously, you could feel their fans there as well, and just everything about it. It was a fun game. They're a great team, a great organization, and it should be another fun game.
And because of where you guys were taken, you and Carson are always going to get mentioned in the same sentence. So the opportunity to compete against him, I would imagine, has to be special to you.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think just knowing him and going through the draft process and doing everything together, and then getting a chance to play against each other, it's just another chance to compete. And he's a competitor just like I am. He wants to beat me just like I want to beat him, and it'll be like that way probably for a long time. But I have so much respect for him and everything he's done coming back this year after his injury, and tremendous player, and it'll be exciting to compete against him.
Lastly, these last 4 games have a lot of meaning for you guys, especially this week. You can get a guarantee of a bye. Just talk about what the mindset is, having the division won, but still having a lot out there to play for the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think it's definitely good to have the division one. You know, that was our first check mark to check off, and we did that. And then now we're playing for, you know, seeding and the bye like you talked about, and it's huge. I think, you know, we always want to be able to get that home field advantage and potentially that rest. And it is truly one game at a time, as anything can happen. And so we're really focused on this weekend, and getting that win would be big for us.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.